going.
So we just got back from Las Vegas, where we spent a week out there, and we'll throw some clips in about that.
Yeah, so we just had a little vacation. It's probably gonna be like one of our last vacations here in California, and tomorrow is actually Friday, and we are gonna go to work, but Dee and I are kind of like excited to go to sleep, so we decided to just generate this video for you guys, just to give you guys an update.
It's an eve of our resignation.
Yes, so we've been planning this, and tomorrow is actually, we're gonna turn in our resignations at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah, so
it's pretty exciting.
It is pretty exciting, but we plan to turn in a resignation at the end of the day, and you know, I've said it before, it's like, well, we have two jobs, right? We have a day job and an evening job. So I think there's another video of our resignation of our evening job.
From our evening jobs.
And then
but the one we're going to resign from tomorrow is our full-time day job.
Full-time day job. And so Dee can't go to sleep, and
I'm too excited. I was like, I want to make a video about this.
Yeah. And I just got out of the shower, that's why my hair is up.
Yeah, he's been growing his hair.
I've been growing out my beard. I've been growing out my hair. Right now, here, this is what I have, right? But eventually, I want to kind of have a ponytail in the back.
Yeah.
I know it looks weird, but hey, it is what it is. Hey,
I like it. I don't think it looks weird at all. I like it.
This is the real me right here.
You're so handsome. I love you.
So, anyways, back to the topic. So why are you excited? Why are you
I mean, okay, so it's actually like pretty nerve-wracking, right? Because we have to start moving out like completely. Okay, we really have been working on this and planning it, and we need to get down to bare bones. And it feels like it's on, you know? Especially with the resignations. That just makes everything so much more real. Like, sure, we bought the tickets. Yeah, okay, we know.
Well, we got the tickets like a year ago, but
yeah. And then, sure, you know, we've been working on it slowly but surely, getting us ready to go. But what makes it so much more real is the resignation.
Yeah. Actually, I correct that. We didn't buy the tickets a year ago. We bought the tickets about 10, 11 months ago.
Yeah, like back in October or something.
In October.
Is when we bought the tickets.
October of 2022. This has been planned out already. We have like a one-way ticket. But yes.
But we wanted to go on vacation to Las Vegas, and we wanted to do that before we left for Philippines, because there was a couple things we wanted to do with our kids, and it was like take our kids on a cool vacation, have them see the Jabberwockies.
Yeah, that was fun.
We hung out with our friends, and we had a great time.
We hung out with family.
Saw a lot of family while we were down there.
So we actually kept, I don't know if she's my niece, I think.
Well, we had a cousin,
like a family
with us, and our kids had so much fun.
Had a blast. We'll put a photo of us doing some activities over there. We went to what else? Who else did we see?
We saw the Jabberwockies.
Hey, hands down, Jabberwockies. What was the other people that we went to see? Illuminate. So Illuminate. It was. We saw. I'm glad that we saw Illuminate first. Yeah. Before Jabberwockies, because Illuminate, we were like, oh man, that was awesome, right? But then Jabberwockies, dang, like, hey, so if you guys you guys are in Vegas, go see the Jabberwockies.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Shout out to the Jabberwockies. They did it. You know what I mean? It was amazing. Without going into it, they involved the whole crowd. Let me just say,
it was a lot of fun.
At the end of the show, it was a standing ovation. Like everyone in the crowd was just standing up and just clapping. You know, that's great. That's amazing. Like we started watching them on TV.
Yeah,
way back then when they were doing competition,
vote.
Right? When you were able to vote.
Yeah, America's Best Dance Crew, and I would vote. I would call in to vote.
So they're still doing great. If you guys get an opportunity.
All these years.
What else did we do?
We stayed a lot of the time at the pool. And if you've ever been to Las Vegas for the 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the whole, doesn't matter what direction you look,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to see fireworks going off all around the city. It's
That's
beautiful.
True. It's nice. We did Area 15.
That was fun. Area 15 was fun.
We went to do the Mega Mart or whatever.
Yeah, we did the
little
Mega
store,
Mart.
and we went to the arcade. We went to Area 15. That was fun. The Circus.
Oh yeah, we did Circus.
That's
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna just tell you right now. Circus Adventure Dome was fun, but I did not care for like Circus food or any offerings they had in there.
Yeah,
it was kind of gross.
It was bad enough that
But
you had to go walk through. You had to walk your kids through the casino.
Yeah.
Around people that are smoking.
Right.
Right. I have nothing against people who are smoking, but my daughter was like covering her nose the entire time. She's like,
she had such a hard time
nasty,
breathing.
This is disgusting. Right. My daughter and my son. It was just like, it was horrible. I wish that they would change that, but you know, whatever.
I honestly felt like they ought to like bulldoze that place. I think that the Adventure Dome is really nice and clean, and it's well lit, and it's upkept pretty well.
Yes.
But the rest of the hotel was just kind of grungy.
Yeah. Well, we didn't go inside the hotel, but like the casino.
The casino.
The way towards
even the midway. Like, I don't know. It's just so. I don't know. Like, the food wasn't that great. And look, and I don't want to make this like a bad
yeah.
So we had a lot of fun in Vegas.
Yes, that was fun. But we got there like around lunchtime, right? We were asking the staff. They were like, "Hey, where can we eat?" And they're like, "Hey, you guys are here.
There's no good food.
There's no good food here, right?" And we were in the area where they had like a.
It was the Midway.
Was that the Midway?
Yeah, we were at the Midway, and he was like,
they were about to do the show of
the trapeze people, and the guy said, the guy's like, "Don't get pizza here. Go down to the pizzeria." So we did. I mean, the pizzeria was alright, but it wasn't. It's not like I like to eat.
Yeah, but you ran into a problem with the food though, right?
I don't know. What do you mean? They didn't have water. Like, you had to buy water bottles. And I bought 2 water bottles. It was $12 for 2 water bottles. I thought that was robbery.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get water from like the fountain or anything. You had to buy bottles of water. It was ridiculous.
So bring your own water if you ever take your kids there, but I would take them somewhere else. I was even thinking like, man, maybe our kids it's not a good time to bring them here in Adventure Dome, you know?
Yeah, well, honestly, like, would I do it again? No, I wouldn't do it again.
I wouldn't do it. Just because of the environment in the casino.
I didn't enjoy it.
Walk through that part. But there were some stuff that were good. No food at all whatsoever.
The food, no.
There were some anime stuff that you can purchase.
The
manga stores. That's down there. My mom got an opportunity to go to the casino and play with the slots and stuff like that. So the whole time we were in Adventure Dome,
she
the kids
played with
were
the
playing
1 cent slots.
She was playing the slots, and she had a blast. She was having fun.
Yeah.
She was just there. She's like, yeah, I won some, but then I lost some, but then I won some, but then I lost some. It is what it is. It's a casino.
Cool. It was just a game, you know?
So, back to the topic.
The topic.
The topic.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to walk in and we're going to resign. Like, I hope I can get some sleep tonight because I'm way too excited. I actually wanted to turn my resignation in before we went on vacation.
Yeah, but I said we should just wait, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of things could happen, so... I feel like if we plan something out, you should follow through with your plan, right? Just like, you know, if you plan to go home, go home. Don't stop by the bar, because then when you go to a bar, something might happen that you didn't plan for.
Right.
Just go straight home. So we planned for this specific day to resign on our daytime job, and you know, we both have the same positions. That's gonna make an impact on the organization. But, but instead of giving them 2 weeks, we're giving them 30 days, right? That should be sufficient time for them to, I don't know, find replacements.
There's no way to replace us, but for them to kind of like figure out the workload.
Yeah.
Kind of like shift it around.
Well, I mean, if you're an occupation, you're always replaceable, but
I don't feel like I'm replaceable.
but I think that it's gonna take some time for them to find people. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna take some time for them to find people. I highly doubt that they can find our replacement within the next
year.
30 days.
I think it's gonna take like a year.
60 days.
Yeah, because even if you got a new hire, you still have to teach them everything.
Right.
And then, I mean, so.
That's because the occupation that we hold is just nobody wants to move in the area.
Right, because the price of the housing, to live out here is
inflation.
Very high. I mean, you have to have a specific like education, and even once you're in the position, you know, like he and I have been in these jobs for years. Like I've been in the job for at least 7 years. How long have you been there?
I started there in 2019.
So yeah, and then. So here we are all these years, so we're pretty reliable. People know our work, like our skills, and so when you leave the organization, now they don't have you're an asset, and they don't have that, you know? Like they can't, like someone new comes in, they're gonna have to teach them everything.
Yeah.
And then also like how do they, like, you know, you can't give them like more load, and we definitely take on a bigger load.
That's true. I always ask my boss, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? You got anything else for me to do? I don't have anything else. And he tried to pawn me off, actually. He's like, well, I have these other I was like, I'll work for you.
That's what I told him. That's
pretty
smart. That's pretty smart.
I told my boss, I'm like,
so I ended up working for the other supervisors. I would just tell you right now, I ended up doing that extra work that he was trying to give to you.
I told him, I was like, hey, I will work for you. I just don't want to deal with other supervisors, you know.
Oh, dang. I did not have that.
Yeah.
I was like...
But this is me volunteering, like, my time. I'm like, hey, I have time. All right, because we're short on people as it is. That's why D is saying that, oh, they're not gonna replace us within the next year, because we're short as it is.
Yeah.
And we're not doing this to spite the organization in any way, shape, or form.
This is our dream. We have been wanting to go to the Philippines for at least 20 years, and we finally have the chance. We have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. So. Yes, I told my I always go to my supervisor. I'm like, hey, you need help? And he's like, oh, well, can you help me out with this? Okay, all right, sounds good. You know, I'll just cover all these and all that. And you know, he's good. And recently, I told him, I was like, hey, what's up, man? I got time. You need help with anything? And so he started talking like, oh, well, let me talk to the other supervisors. I was like, whoa, hold on a second. I will work for you. I will give you my time, right? You and I have a good relationship. I don't want to bring any other supervisors here. So if you have, because my supervisor manages multiple programs, and so I was like, I only want to work within the program that you supervise.
Right.
That's what I told him. So I guess you got.
I got the extra work from other supervisors.
Yeah, from the other supervisors. So yeah, they're gonna have a difficult time finding replacements.
I mean, I'm pretty excited about our new adventure, because we're gonna be able to make our own schedules. We're gonna work in, like have however many, clients we're gonna have or caseload. We're gonna be able to really manage that ourselves and not have we can make our own schedule. We can make our own expectations.
Yes.
And so that's exciting and new.
But ultimately, it's going to be just retirement. We're definitely have grind, a lot through the years with the military, and then multiple jobs, day jobs, night jobs. And I feel like we have lost a lot of time with our kids.
Yeah.
And there's no way I can turn back time and regain that back,
I know.
We are definitely taking this opportunity, and anybody out there watching, right, if you're able to do that, if you're able to you know, do what you need to do to grind and eventually retire early,
Yeah.
right? We are what, still in our late 30s.
We're late
right?
30s.
Late 30s.
But we, for the last 2 years, have been seriously grinding.
Yes.
And then what we mean by that is like we took every shift that was available, and we saved as much as we could everywhere we went. We were trying to save, and I mean, we were like working day and night.
Yeah, I would say last 5 years, 7 years, we've just been saving.
Yeah.
You know, make this move, make that investment. But I was gonna say something, right? So, both of us, we work, and I feel like our kids missed out on a lot of their you know, mama and papa, while we were grinding and working, and that's why we're taking this opportunity now. But
While they're still young.
while they're still young and while we are still young. But for any of you guys out there who have the ability for one parent to stay at home,
Yeah.
you know what? I commend you to.
That is so
That is
cool.
so cool. That's amazing. Anyone who is doing that right now, anyone who has one parent at home, you know,
The other one's
while the
working.
other one's working, that is great. I think
Wow.
that
Yeah.
one parent being at home and spending time with the kids, that's definitely a lot better. I mean, for us, I mean, our schedule is like we get up in the morning. Our schedule right now is we get up
It's
in the
just
morning,
go.
right? We make breakfast and then
Take our
we
kids.
take our kids to school. And then, you know, from school, they go to an after school program. Well, we don't see them at all until we get off work
Yeah.
around 5 o'clock. So
Yeah.
from 5 o'clock, they have an after school program. You know, they have jujitsu, they have Muay Thai, they have gymnastics.
Yeah.
And so after that, they come home. And then when they come home,
It's showers,
dinner, and then we go to sleep.
and it's the next day.
So, I mean, if you being in the military have really taught us to be fit, right? Like we want to be in shape. But since
I retired, I went as soon as I retired, I was like, I'm not going to the gym anymore.
Yeah.
And I spent 4 months without going to the gym, and I gained 12 pounds, and my clothes were all really tight, and I was like, I think I need to go back to the gym. So I went back to the gym, and now my clothes are still tight, but I don't know, like I'm working on it, and so yeah.
It's totally different, right? When you have a PT test coming up,
That's true.
You're gonna start dieting. You're gonna start skipping meals.
When your career depends on you being in shape,
right?
Then of course you're like, I will run every morning at 4 a.m. You know, and you know, because you got schools and you got all this stuff, and people are relying for you to be on like in the best physical fitness, especially if you're a first sergeant.
Yeah. And
so once we retired, it was like, we're free, you know?
Right, exactly. And so it's difficult. It's definitely, once you've gained a little bit of weight, it's harder.
It's so hard to lose it. Yeah.
But now, I mean, within the last year, I think that we're like, okay, well, even within just the last 6 months, we're like, all right, well, let's start going back to the gym.
Yeah, so we've gone back to the gym.
So we've gone back to the gym.
At this point, yeah.
But even then, it's like, man, I just, our kids are missing out.
They are.
It's either we get up in the morning and go to the gym for an hour, right? Wake up at 5 o'clock, go to the gym for an hour.
Yeah. Then
come home, make dinner, wake the kids up at 7, take them to school. And then, you know, the all day thing, right? That's one, is to go to the gym early in the morning. Number 2, when the kids have the after school program, which is about 45 minutes to an hour, from 5:45 to 5:45 or 5 to 6, we can also go to the gym at that time, which we did.
But then we don't get to see them like working out, and we don't get to see their little cute moves.
Right, and so it's like there are things that we're like, okay, well, the first the first arm bar, you know what I mean?
You missed those things.
You know, rear naked chokehold.
Yeah, I made him tap. I made him tap.
You know, and so it's like we're like, okay, well, we don't want to miss out on what they're doing on the after school program.
Yeah.
All right, and then so we were like, okay, well, you know what? We can't early in the morning is too hard. Going to the gym when they're going to the gym, we don't want to miss out on it. And then the last thing is like, okay, you know what? Let's try going to the gym after we take them home. We'll leave them at home for about an hour, and then
because they have to do their showers and everything else. Showers and
things like that. But then it's like from 6 to 7, 6 to 7:30. So then when you get home, that's the family time. That's family time. So it's already bedtime.
There's no like. It's all just give and take, and it's like I feel like I'm missing out on spending more time with them.
Yeah, so that's just one thing, and it's just within the last year, I think that's what we have realized, right? But then it's always been like that though. It's always fighting against our career versus time with the family.
Right.
It's always been, you know, do you want to make more money on the side, or do you want to, you know, spend time with the kids? And I think at this point in their age,
I want to spend more time with my kids.
More time with my kids.
Yeah.
And so.
And what better place to do it than in your home country?
That is true. That is true.
You know.
That is true. I think I've said it before. Like my daughter was like, "Oh my gosh, there's a spider!" I'm like, I would wake up in the morning and go catch spiders.
She's scared of bugs.
And
I have to go in there and kill them.
Yeah, she's definitely scared of bugs.
She's like, at one point, there was like a bug that's super harmless in her house, and she's like, I can't sleep with that bug in the house. And I was like, oh God, so I had to go and kill it, even though it was like a harmless bug.
I am surprised though, because my family, who is in Las Vegas, their kids had a pet, and it was a hamster, I think.
I don't know. It was like something. It was a hamster.
It was a hamster. And, you know, I was like, my daughter was like touching it, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought you were scared of bugs. I guess not. Not that one.
She was like, I want a hamster. I was like, no, we ain't doing no hamster.
She thought it was a rat. It was like fuzzy. I was like,
we ain't doing no rat hamster.
I think it is a hamster.
We'll get a dog.
We're going to get 2 dogs. But, you know, that's a whole different thing. My son wants a husky. Okay.
In the heat.
In the heat in Philippines, right?
I don't think that's gonna be realistic.
My daughter wants a chow chow. If you don't know what those both types of dogs are,
they're super hairy.
They're very hairy.
We're going to the wrong climate.
Yeah, we're going to the wrong climate. But
well, anyways, I do want to say, like, do you have anything else you want to say? Because I wanted to kind of wrap it up.
No, that's pretty much it. You know, thanks for hanging with us. I know it's been a while. This whole adventure has been ongoing. But
I know we've been taking forever to get to this point.
So tomorrow is our resignation turn-in.
Yeah.
So that means that we're gonna be flying.
Very soon.
And so, but follow us on our adventure. I think we're gonna be showing you guys how messy the house is.
Oh my God.
We have not packed at all. We
have packed though.
Okay, wait.
We've been packing.
So we packed, right? And then our kids' friends wanted to meet at the park during the summer. Yeah. And they want to do
water guns.
They want to do water guns. So my kids have like 6 water guns around here. But guess who packed them? And couldn't find them.
I couldn't find them. So we unpacked a bunch of boxes.
Unpacked like 8 boxes.
So that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But
yeah. And guess what? Did they find them?
No.
No,
it was like a big waste of my time.
Big waste. They were late to the party, all that stuff. But anyways, that was it. Do I want to say anything else? No.
I wanted to say that I hope you guys will like and subscribe to our channel. We are going to start, you know, posting pretty regularly because we want to show you guys how it is for us on our move.
Yes.
And
hopefully we encourage you guys to do the same thing, to take
follow
the time.
your dreams.
Follow your dreams. Take the time. Spend time with your family, And that's what it's about. It's not about working. It's not about having your careers. It's about spending time with your family, watching your kids grow. It's about building relationships, doing something that you've never done before, and teaching your kids your own values.
Right.
What matters to you, and that's essentially. Right, if you think about it, and I encourage you guys, right, ask yourself, what is the one thing that your mother has taught you? What was the one lesson that they taught you? What is that one lesson that your father taught you? What is the one lesson that your grandfather taught you?
The one lesson my dad taught me was to work.
Nice.
Yeah. And my dad worked a lot, and I work a lot even now. Like I do understand that. My mom's side, she works a lot too, so we do know the value of work instilled in us, as kids. What was your mom's? What did she teach you? What was the value?
I think that the greatest the value that my mom taught me was to basically money comes from trees. And so you can always find money, but you cannot find relationships or time with the people that you love.
So family's important.
Family's
the family foundation
than money. And so it's kind of like backwards, right? Because I prioritize my career first. But yeah, family is definitely one of those top things for me. Right.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Oh, but my mom has lots of lessons. She's. I'll tell you guys one. When I was younger, she gave me a long speech about inspiration. But that's for another video.
I know about that inspiration speech. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching, and follow us to see more of our move to the Philippines.
Yes, and you know what? In a few days, I think we are gonna do our first live.
Yeah, we want to do a live, so come back and check out our live.
We want to do our first live. You guys can ask us questions about whatever you want, and in preparation for
Philippines. Yeah, for our move.
But we do have a surprise for you. For the live, we have a surprise for you guys.
Oh, so it's gonna be a fun live because we're military, so we're gonna do some cool stuff in that live.
Yeah. All right.
Bye guys.
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem. Seize the day.